Whispering Pines. A group of 5 old friends reunites to visit a long-abandoned campground where 2 teens mysteriously vanished in the 90s. Locals say it's cursed. One night in Whispering Pines, and they realize the forest is very much alive and watching. The return to Pines. The old road to Whispering Pines camp was narrower than they remembered, choked by overgrowth and shadow. Gravel crunched under tires as Ethan's truck pushed forward through the winding path, headlights slicing through the dark forest like knives. Beside him, Kayla stared out the window in silence, her phone out of signal range for miles now. In the back seat, Jake, Nicole, and Trevor were laughing nervously, forced, jittery sounds that didn't match the unease settling over the group. "Man, it's really like nothing's changed," Jake muttered, peering out at the looming trees. "It's like this place froze in the 90s. Or died," Trevor added, smirking, "and just never got buried." No one laughed. They hadn't seen each other in years, not since high school, but Ethan's invite to return to Whispering Pines had sparked something nostalgic, maybe even brave, or stupid. "I still can't believe we're doing this," Kayla finally said. "You guys know 2 kids actually went missing here, right? Like, never found?" "That was over 25 years ago," Ethan said, trying to sound casual. "It was probably just some runaway nonsense. Urban legend stuff." Nicole leaned forward between the seats. "Except the place got shut down the same year, and locals call it the woods that breathe. That doesn't freak you out a little?" They all fell quiet. Outside, the air thickened with fog as they reached the rusted gate. It creaked on its hinges, even though no wind blew. A battered wooden sign still hung loosely. "Welcome to Whispering Pines, established 1967. Half the letters were faded. A red handprint stained the bottom corner. "Did anyone else see that?" Nicole whispered. "What?" Trevor asked. "That, never mind. Thought I saw something move between the trees." The engine idled as they stared through the gate into the dark woods beyond. Nothing moved, but the trees almost seemed to lean inward, as if whispering to each other. Ethan pushed the gate open. It shrieked in protest, then slowly gave way. Gravel spat up beneath the tires again as the truck rolled deeper into the forgotten camp. Behind them, the gate slowly creaked shut on its own, and something in the woods followed. The lodge. The campgrounds were overgrown and eerily quiet. Mosquitoes buzzed lazily in the humid air, and the only sound was the distant creaking of trees swaying unnaturally, even though no wind stirred. Ethan parked beside what was once the main lodge. The structure stood like a corpse, its roof partially collapsed, windows black and broken, ivy curling around its frame like veins. A weather-worn canoe leaned against the side, split down the middle. A faded mural of cartoon campers still clung to one wall, chipped and ghostly under the moonlight. "This place is way worse than I remember," Nicole said, stepping out and brushing away the gnats. "It smells like mold and something dead." "Probably raccoons," Trevor joked, half-heartedly. They grabbed their flashlights and bags. Ethan pulled out a crowbar and pried open the warped double doors of the lodge. It groaned like something being disturbed in its sleep. Inside, dust hung in the air like mist. Old chairs lay toppled over, mattresses curled in on themselves, and paper crafts from long-gone children still clung to corkboards, brittle and yellowed. Jake kicked at a trail of small footprints in the dust. "Look at this. Someone's been here." "They're small," Kayla said, crouching, "like a kid's." Nicole shivered. "Yeah, well, kids don't live out here." A loud bang echoed from upstairs, sharp and sudden. They all froze. "Probably a raccoon," Trevor repeated, but now even he didn't believe it. They climbed the stairs together, flashlights cutting across the dark hallways. Ethan paused at a door with a faded sign that read, "Counselor's Quarters." It was slightly ajar. He nudged it open. The room beyond was filled with broken furniture, shattered glass, and spray-painted warnings on the wall. "Stay out. He still hears you. We tried to bury him." Kayla stepped back. "What the hell is this?" Then Jake pointed to the far wall. His hand trembled. There were Polaroids nailed there, dozens of them, all blurry, all from inside the camp. But the same thing appeared in each one. A tall figure, featureless, standing in the background, sometimes by a tree, sometimes in the lodge, sometimes in a mirror. "No faces," Jake whispered. "No eyes." Trevor turned suddenly. "You guys hear that?" A soft shuffle. Something dragging across the floor below. They weren't alone, and the sun was hours from rising.